Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man, I get a word, yeah, this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. 1West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wok, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm 1West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Try to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick bags. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Niggas swear he the goat, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. We at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm 1West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm 1West, these brothers tryna set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. We at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm 1West, go to war with everybody.
Yeah. U.P.K shit, man, 1West. Hey. I'm a U.P.K nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, U.P.K shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce on, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce on, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not TITHES. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects. It go pew pew pew. I ain't trippin' on no drink, got bottles in a room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us, and we ain't them. I told him, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, ayy, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ayy, bounce out, let my fringes swing, yeah. I'm a dog, ayy, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, ayy, let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ayy, bounce out, let my fringes swing, yeah. I'm a dog, ayy, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th annual Passover, man, turn up. We gon' do this shit the UPK way, not the other way. You hear me?
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer I leave.
Warning.
Say this from me heart on a rum chat. Here we contact, get your gunshot. Make it sun dark and the ground black. We plant calm but I never agriculture. I know the eagle in the younger the eagle when young people that are the vulture. Say them evil never the vulture. They coulda run pan diesel that a fee punja. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Easy we coulda squeegee inna the Honda. Sleepy gunshot beat him inna him slumber. Greedy fi make them dopey a the younger. Glad say me nah pre when me the younger. That no mean say no pussy can try. Pussy try run up and give with them life. Can't see penalty give with 3 points. This 1West boy you must see one die. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Don't stop war with we. You will see, you'll see. My talk them are real. Better agree. Don't stop war with we. You will see, you'll see. My talk them are real. Better agree.
Yeah. 1West. So
Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy, for have it. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we on. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth use brilliance, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man pillion. The bad boy, true me say don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die, be happy. No joy for the black boy. They get to you, them a fuck up the road and tough up the code dust, no go below. See double 9 man a shuffle the board. And if you no know then, you no fi know. Matic in a waist, we no go lucky mode. This 1West boy, get up your load. Who no know when, me no shoes and me no food and no clothes. We no do the posing, we no export. Us a wait for the right time for we explode. Hustle man a hustle charge, we make do and we can't wait for the next show. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. Come and tell me I gotta die, be happy. No joy for the black boy. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we on. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth get original, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man criminal. In killer them a search for them heaven on earth. Man a fi a fight with the devil from birth. Poverty a time for your Lego man shirt. Your man a fi stay blessed all when the land curse. All when the land curse. I know the GLE them want see we in a one earth. The bad boy, true me said don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die, be happy. No joy for the black boy.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're 1West. They're 1West. They're 1West. They're
Good night. I'm doing a whole intro and I'm on mute the whole time. This is the white man is the devil. He is to blame. Shalom, Yabashin Shabrakatam, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shamala Tam Bashim Yoshat, all the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer 500 Barak Yala, right? 1Westgroundzero Radio podcast. You already know every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Officer Adi will be absent today. I'm gonna have Officer Zabadia. He's gonna be back in a minute. He's having technical difficulties. I see Officer Matabar in the chat. Yabashin right? But you already know what it is. The best show in Canada under Command YAHANNA. I also see the assistant Zamana Shalom says Yaw Shamal Thabashim Yaw Shai for tuning in. So, as a matter of fact, Officer Matabar did. I already know. He ain't even got to say it, sir. The link is in the chat. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You want to join the stream? Click on the link in the stream, right? Just make sure for those want to hop on the live, y'all have decorum. You know, you're going to ask a question, comments on the topic, right? Or if you want to be a troll, but no sweat. We know how to deal with it. We're professionals over here, right? So we'll just wait for Officer Zabadi to get back in. But hey, listen, the next few episodes we're going to have, right, is amazing because there's a lot of stuff that is going on in the world that you really cannot ignore. Listen, Trump wanted, we thought Trump wanted to end 2025, right, with a blast by bombing Nigeria. He started with a bang. This man kidnapped the president. Yo, yeah, Officer Matabar in the building. I'm not sure how we're not seeing his icon. StreamYard is of the devil, of course. You know, but we have Officer Matabar in the building. Shalom, say, Lord of Christ, can you hear us?
Lord of Christ, what's going on with you, man?
Most High in Christ, everything to Wav. You know, another day in hell. You understand? Trying to see how you could put your icon on the thing so people can actually see you. Don't think I'm talking. Don't think I'm a schizophrenic. Damn. But until we figure it out, you know, have Officer 5000 Matabar in the building as well. And again, a lot of these events that we're seeing, we can't be ignored. It's not about Trump just being Trump, you know, or Iran just said they're gonna start targeting U.S. military bases. The UK and France said, you know what, they're about to deploy their forces in Ukraine. What else happened? The Africans are kicking out the French, the Dutch, and the British from Africa, and they're siding with the Russians. There's so many things happening. You can't cover everything. What you could do, though, is not worry yourself about what's happening, right? Why I'm saying that, I was on the phone yesterday with a high school guy I went to high school with. He's an Ishmaelite. And I was like, we were talking about training or whatnot, you know, because we used to do some stuff in the world to train, right? And I said, yeah, we're in the climate of war. It's like, why you keep saying this? There is no war. I said, damn, it don't matter that much because he's a heathen. But when you look at the state of our people are as oblivious as anyone else. They don't think nothing's wrong. They think like everything's going to go back to normal eventually. They've been saying that since COVID, really. They're going downhill ever since. It's only keep getting worse and worse by the day. So what do we do from there? What do we do from there? Commander Johanna already answered y'all that question at the Midwest Fire Weekend where he had his lecture. And I will say that all the time, especially after after he broke down the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and 8 with Officer Tabuan, 2 weeks ago. Literally the next day, Trump made a move. Commander Johanna said Trump is going to try and take over the whole planet. That's just him. The next day, was it the next day that Trump captured the president? I forgot. It's been what, a week or two, barely. You might think it happened a month ago. These events just happen one after the other at a speed that is like, damn, what's next? Trump says he's going to invade Mexico. He's going to get Greenland. He's going to invade Canada. Who cares what he's going to do? It's not about Trump. It's about the prophecies in the Bible, because all that's happening has been prophesied thousands of years ago. So, like, I see you unmuted yourself.
Oh, no, you got it. My bad.
No, of course I don't want. If you want to chime in at any moments there. So, like, I ain't trying to be too long with it either. You know.
Nah, you got it right now. You good.
But basically, everything can't be ignored. At the same time, you can't be worried. I mean, I know it's scary. The day of the Lord is good night. It's scary. Even though we might be rejoicing. Listen, I brought this out earlier. I was live on the Beagle app, right? Really, before we get into this, Kawakan, sir.
Now, I was gonna say that's what you just said is heavy, because the scripture tell you that it's gonna be terror and fears on both sides and rumors of war.
Kawakan. And I just wanted to add real quick before we get into these topics that I brought this out, right? We rejoice that we're going to get free from captivity. But even then, when it's Isaiah, it says that we'll be brought up in our little chambers, in the chariots, right? You think it's just going to be, we're going to have a drink with Officer Matabar in a chariot or whatnot and eat popcorn and see everybody burn their eyes out their sockets and their tongues melting in their mouth because of nuclear war, seeing Christ cut heads off with the angels. Sometimes I do say this, we'll go watch a horror movie about doomsday and see how scary it is. The day of the Lord is even scarier than that. You understand? The day of the Lord is, imagine Noah. It was, you know, he may have been rejoicing that his family has been spared, but the man lost everything, everyone. It's a sad day regardless. You understand? Officer 1000 Zabadi just joined us. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to put y'all icons on the screen. I'm gonna figure it out though. We'll have Officer 1000 Zabadi as well. And I'm gonna just comment in the chat in a minute.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Barak.
Hey, Shalom, we have Officer Madabar. You can't see him, but Officer 5000 Madabar is also here as well with us.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Adawan.
No sweat. Someone in the chat said they like Trump because he's a visionary. Well, I'm gonna tell you what Trump is. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? I understand that you like Trump because people don't like anything that's good. They like everything that's wrong. How do I know that? Because people like drugs. And drugs are bad. What does nigga in South Park say? Drugs are bad. It's a lot, kid. But they still like it. People love whores. The whores are bad. People love being gay. And, you know, I'm going to just leave it there. It's a lot, kid. But let's get into these topics. It's a lot, is there?
Nah, I was just saying, people love being gay. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good night. But let's get into these topics. You know, we're gonna break the ice with a few topics, and then we're gonna get into the main topics, of course, because a lot of things has been going on. We in every time we go live for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, it's still not enough time to cover everything. Yeah, I'm gonna have y'all make sure you're tuned into Black Watch every Monday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesdays as well, Saturdays as well. Tune into Cross the Line Radio. Tune into every single class and podcast and shows from the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because it's exactly what we've been providing you. Nothing but universal and practical knowledge on the command of John YAHANNA. You understand? Let me share my screen real quick. Anyone wants to chime in or whatnot, hop on the stage. The link is in the chat. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Guys in a position to get it.
Slovakia.
So, like, for example, a black person is in a position to get a job, and an Indian guy is in a position to get a job.
They're picking the black person.
They'll pick the Indian guy, and the Indian guy will down talk on the black guy.
Okay.
Without any context, because he knows that the white person already thinks something of the black person. So that they don't think I'm dangerous. I'm gonna play the black person as dangerous. And now the Indian guy is just like, he thinks he's gotten accepted by white people, when really they're just using you as, yo, we have inclusivity here. We are diverse, blah, blah, blah. But you don't have any black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But sometimes I feel like, I was even talking to my friend about this. I'm like, if a white person is recruiting or in the recruiting and hiring like either a black person or an Indian person, I feel like they'll choose a black person over the Indian person.
Only now.
Okay, you're talking. Yeah, I'm talking about now.
Only now because of what I said. No, because of what I said. Government brought too many Indian people here at once. They brought them here with no jobs.
Running away from them. They're running away.
Well, when you make them, the scapegoat,
they're running away.
When you make them the scapegoat, it's just like Trump over there right now with Latinos, right? He's making them the scapegoat for everything that's wrong in America. When we all know that that Latinos are the ones that are helping keep America afloat in terms of doing the jobs people don't want to do, doing all the unmentionables. So like, it's the same thing with Indian people
the
right
brown
now.
People, you can't even. I remember one point, if you're down bad, you can go get a warehouse job next day.
Yeah,
you can't even do that anymore.
Well, you gotta blame your government.
You can't even do that.
You gotta blame your government. You can't, like, for example, a black person.
So what he's saying is facts. I don't know, Officer Madabar still here. What he's saying is facts. Basically, right? East Indians have it better than black people in Canada. And the person in the chat on Twitch, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get to you in a second, right? But really, they don't give a damn about black people over here. And that's biblical. How heathens are always going to be on a higher level than us, wherever we're oppressed. It don't matter if it's America, it's in the Caribbean, it's in Canada, it's in the UK. And UK is the same. East Indians on a higher level than black people. You understand? So like, yeah, I don't want. Officer Zabaja is back. Also, the person in the chat, if you're from Brazil, right? Are you of black or indigenous descent? My Portuguese is not that good, so I'm gonna try this, right? Because if you're a brother, you need to contact I.S.U.P.K. Brazil. Y'all bear with me 1 second. And if I don't want to chime in, of course, go ahead.
It's like what he was bringing out was real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And where he at? He over there in Canada too?
Officers of Baja is in Canada.
No, the one that was speaking on that video.
Oh yeah, that's in Toronto.
Toronto. Oh, go ahead, Zabaja.
Hey, Shalom, hey, Shalom, sir. This brother, he's a funny brother. He basically does comedy. He was doing comedy for a long time in Toronto, and he is from Toronto. And what's happening right now is he's basically headlining the attack on cultures, on East Indians and different kinds of Muslims who basically use Toronto slang, which is really black slang. Like in the city of Toronto, it's multicultural, but the heavy influence is Caribbean. So a lot of Benjamites. And then you have like Muslims and other nations who will use our words and our slang and say that's a Toronto accent, when really it's just how Caribbean people talk, but they're just exaggerating it, like how white people would do when they do blackface. And he's basically talking about that and getting all the headlines right now.
Damn right. What he was saying was real heavy, man. Hopefully the brother find y'all and get into the truth. And everything that he was bringing out was like, she was just laughing, like, you know, she was laughing about it. But he telling us some real stuff, some powerful stuff. The devil don't give a damn about our people, man. And he see what's going on.
Karawakan.
Nah, that's definitely facts.
Real quick, if I could, to the person in the stream on the Twitch, because we're streaming on I.S.U.P.K Montreal, 1Westgroundzero, I.S.U.P.K Toronto on YouTube and Facebook, and on my personal Twitch account as well. So the person on the Twitch who said they're from Brazil, você é brasileiro, negro ou indígena? That's an important question. Você é brasileiro, negro ou indígena? Because you say you love Trump. Você é brasileiro, negro ou indígena? Answer the question if you could. Right? But the point is, yeah, these heathens are made to be above us. You know, and these culture vultures, I mean, it's the same over here in Montreal. In Montreal, right? The slang is still black, but the Arabs, you know, are over us. Everybody speak like a Haitian over here. I mean, at least for the most part on the French side of the city. And even then, a lot of white people or any heathens, as a matter of fact, speak like black people on the west side, like Benjamites. And they still treat us like nothing but niggas and spicks. It's a lot. You know. Person on the Twitch said they are of Italian descent.
The one that's in Brazil, Italian descent?
I'm gonna figure out if it's on the father side.
Then how you gonna say you love Trump or you support Trump? Trump a visionary. You way in Brazil. Trump ain't doing shit for Brazil.
He wants Trump to take over Brazil. That's what he said. Salakia.
Right.
Ele said, você é italiano? É seu lado paterno ou materno? É seu lado paterno ou materno? That's important. Because if you are a Brazilian descent, of Italian descent, which is not surprising, on your father's side, Trump is your brother. If it's on your mother's side, what is your father's lineage, right? That's an important question. Salakia. Qual é a linhagem do seu pai? Qual é a linhagem do seu pai? What is your father's lineage? Your father's bloodline, right? So like, I ain't trying to flex or nothing, but we can move on to the next topic, right?
That's cap, Barack. You were trying to flex. That is cap.
Listen, we can move on to the next topic. That's all I gotta say. You know, before we get to the main topics, right? So this Asian man is pranking his mom, right? This Asian man is pranking his mom, but he's exposing how even while joking, these nations hate us and are racist naturally. Watch this. And he's a fish. So basically, this Asian man photoshopped or AI black girl next to him and sent it to his mom, and that's my new girlfriend. And she started being racist from the jump. You know, he said, what's going on? You know, you say, can she make fried chicken? She's gonna be sassy, or whatnot. She started making racist jokes, and that should tell you right now, right? Imagine that. She called her son a sodomite at first. It seemed like she rather him be a sodomite than be with a black woman. That's Salakia. That's diabolical. But these nations are just inherently racist by nature. Salakia.
You know how many Asians they got over here? They got corner stores and food shops and everything. They get paid too, can't even speak English, but Trump ain't deporting them.
Damn right.
Same thing with the East Indians. He ain't kicking them out. Same thing with the Arabs. He ain't kicking them out. They only focus on our people, man. And this right here goes to show they don't give a damn about us. He showed that to his goddamn mama, and first thing she wanted him to do was be a goddamn sodomite. I'd rather you be a sodomite than you get with a nigga. That's what she was saying.
That's crazy. Shit. And so like also also the person in the chat said their name is Leonardo Matias. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I asked you if your father's lineage, right? So I'm gonna just tell you this to help you out. Se você é descendente de italianos por parte de pai, então você é o diabo de que a Bíblia fala. If you are Italian descent on your father's side, then you're the devil the Bible speaks of. Right? That's it.
Right.
Enjoy your kingdom. So, like, sir?
I was about to say, let him go be a Ninja Turtle. He want to be a Leonardo, go be a Ninja Turtle. Shit.
Right.
Good night.
So, like, sir.
Now I was saying I'm watching the clip, right? And like the mom right for telling him not to fucking bring a black girl home because you're not supposed to be doing any interracial marriages. She just totally wrong for all those racist comments. Like she could have said, I want you to marry Asian and you should just marry Asian to keep our bloodline strong. That's totally cool. Cause I don't want none of my siblings or children to bring home any heathen. My daughter bring home a dog eater, she ain't my daughter no more, right?
Right.
But it's also crazy to this should be a wake-up call and a punch in the mouth for all you sisters that run into them WSV stores and them Asian-owned hair stores and smiling up in their faces and giving all the money in the house to the Asians. They don't give a damn about you because they will not let you be with their son. And if you try to get with their son, they gonna say, hey, what the fuck? Salakia, what the hell? She's supposed to be making fried chicken, and that's crazy.
Right. But you know, on the flip side, she wouldn't have said none of that if he would have got him a goddamn white woman.
Right.
She would have
That
said
is
nothing
definitely
racist
true.
remarks or none of that. You got it.
Good job. Good job. Good job, my son. I'm proud of you. That's what she would have said if he got with a white woman. Because now she said, now we have dinner for years. We have a dog on the plate. It's a lot. But it seems that we have a Brazilian audience on Twitch. So, again, se você é descendente de negros ou indígenas por parte de pai, entre em contato com I.S.U.P.K Brasil em qualquer rede social. That's it. Contact I.S.U.P.K Brazil in any social media if you are of Negro or indigenous descent in Brazil. Salakia. And do not listen to my brother, Officer Zabadia, trying to talk about, I'm trying to flex. I can't. This is not in my nature. You know.
You still capping, but you speaking all that Portuguese over there. I know you learned it on the app. Don't worry, Barack. I know that UPK Brazil trip coming soon. I know. I see what's going on.
It's a lot.
My name is Christian Picho Ortiz. I am from the Afro-Venezuela National Cumbe. In the early hours of the morning, the United States Empire attacked Venezuela directly through bombing, through terror. I heard right next to my home detonations, bombs. My mom was scared and crying. My siblings were scared and crying. I told them to get up, get the pets, and calm down because we were going to stand up. We understood immediately what was going on. The United States Empire has a history of domination towards the people of the global south. Haiti, the recrudescence of militarization has only been getting worse day by day. The bombing in Nigeria is only getting worse and started not that long ago. The killing and genocide of people in the Congo, in Sudan, in Palestine, with the supposed armistice that has killed more than 600 Palestinian people. They have no access to anything. And now they come here, trying to take our resources, bombing us, trying to attack us directly, and taking President Nicolás Maduro and the First Lady, Cilia Flores. They're trying to recompose the geopolitical balance of the world. They have to recompose the empire that is in decadence and dying. They are the drug traffickers. They are the inhumane people. They are the ones that want to destroy the model of life. Here we believe in the communes. We believe in popular power. We have beautiful projects that help me, my family, that help everyone. Afro-Venezuelan people have never had any real, visible, such strong rights as they had with the Bolivarian Revolution. That's why we're here. That's why we're on the street. Because we will never be subjugated. And if we have to die fighting against that subjugation, we will do it proudly. Because we understand that we are the frontier from the empire to the rest of the continent. And we're asking for your solidarity. That's what we need. We will die here. But we need you to come here so we don't die. It is that simple. We need you to raise your voice. We need you to protest. We need you to condemn the U.S. empire that finally needs to die to save the entire world and humanity for a model of life and reconstruction. Thank you.
He basically said the white man needs to get out the power, his position of power, so he can save the planet. Salakia.
That's why this brother shit. He need a flyer, man. That's why it's important with the
Right.
work that we do, where it's spread everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, the empire, all empires fall. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So they gotta he need a flyer. He need to get into school and realize marching and talking ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta come back to law, statutes, and commandments. You gotta know that you are the children of Israel, and every day is a spiritual battle. You got it.
Kawakan. And really, two reasons why this clip is so amazing is because one of what the brother said, right? No, many reasons, really. First of all, Israel is as a speckled bird. If he's of Negro indigenous descent, he said he's Afro-Venezuelan. He could still be an Asher, right? As opposed to just being a so-called Negro that was brought over there. He's a brother regardless. The other point is what he said about the empire that needs to be brought down to save the planet. That's what it says in the Bible. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. The other thing is this. They're really showing that it was a good thing for Maduro to be removed from office, and Venezuelans are glad. You have a few types of Venezuelan that will be glad. You have those who are paid to just say, good job, Trump. You have the white ones, right, who Maduro did not let be put in a position of power, as opposed to some countries like Argentina. And you have those who just follow the masses who don't know nothing about nothing and listen to propaganda. That's it. But the people, Maduro, just like Cesar Chavez, who was previously before him, we're not saying he's their greatest leader. Why? Because he's not in the truth. You know, however they want to portray him as a dictator or whatnot. But he was a brother, apparently. He was for the people as opposed to be following the steps of the US blueprint and oppress the people. You understand? And that's what you need to understand, that there is a narrative that's being pushed, even though it's against Maduro. Not that we're for him. We don't side with any political party. But you need to understand that a lot of it is propaganda that's being pushed by our oppressor, who don't even care about the people. The president of Colombia said that Venezuela will implode if the US actually runs it, which is not surprising. And for those Venezuelans say, yo, Trump is better than Maduro at running Venezuela, don't you see America is falling apart? The president of America got shot at twice. And you want him to run your country when he can't even run his?
Right.
Lord be with you.
If I may, didn't that last president, the president just got rid of, I think I saw something where he was coming out saying about the YT man is not the real Jews.
Good night. We played that last week.
That's why they probably kicked him out, because he was saying the YT man is not the real Jews.
Okay, let me bring out this clip again, because we brought this out last week, and he's not the first president to say it too. The president of Egypt said that in what, 1950s and 1940s?
Right.
Gamal Abdel Nasser said the exact same thing. He said those people are Europeans.
If I could,
Kawakan.
I was just gonna say, like, I was listening to this clip, right? And the brother is on point. And I've also seen clips of people who say they're Venezuelans, and I've seen comments of people who say they're Venezuelans. If it's just a comment online, I say it's a bot. Because we've seen the data come out from all the bots in East India who were sowing basically dysfunction in the black community, and they were sowing with these comments the gender war in the black community, right? So I say most of the comments on the internet, if it's just a comment, it's a bot, right? But time and time again, we've watched throughout history for blacks and Hispanics, every time we turn to a heathen nation, it ends horribly wrong, right? You can see people celebrating, maybe they're just following the masses, who knows what the hell is going on in their mind. But give it a few years, and those same people are going to be crying because the Caucasian man has nothing good to offer black and brown people. You could just go through history. You can see it with what they did with the Banana Republic. You'll see America so dysfunction in Venezuela to turn around and go back and say we're saving it, right? And that is crazy work for a man to set a building on fire and then run and act like he's putting out the fire. And that is Donald Trump and America right now.
And Salaka, before I play this clip, you know what's amazing? You said white people have nothing to offer, good to offer to black and brown or anyone else. White people don't even have anything good to offer to white people. That's why the Russians are killing the Ukrainians. That's why the French and the British were at war with each other, with the Spanish and the Portuguese and the Dutch, even while they were destroying us during slavery. That's why they're not fit to rule. They're not. The animals are complaining. The ozone layer is complaining. Good night. The plants are complaining that the white man is the Bible says, as the fowls of the air and the creatures of the sea, they will tell you. I'm just paraphrasing. Listen, if rocks could speak, the rocks would tell you, Allah would tell you the white man is the devil. Salakia. I'm stupid. Good night. Let me play this clip. That's all I can say.
No, that's heavy too, because like you said, they have nothing to offer to people. They destroy your community and then turn around and give you housing. They take away jobs from you, buy you on a job, give you an unemployment check. They give you drugs. They give you something to make you get high and think everything all right while they destroying you.
Right. It's kind of like, and we've seen this a bunch of times, where you'll have some bougie black person call the cops on some black youth in their community. The cops come and unalive a brother, and now everyone's crying. And that's what you're gonna see in Venezuela. That's exactly what you're gonna see. You're gonna see in about 2 minutes, you're gonna see everybody in Venezuela crying again, because again, you can't be hand in hand with the devil and think something good is gonna come out of it.
Let me put that real quick.
Esos judíos de las 12 tribus, que no son los que mandan hoy en el Estado de Israel. Los que hoy gobiernan, Netanyahu no es judío auténtico. Él es un cambalache que viene por allá de Polonia. Para los que les gusta hablar de religiones y dicen que esto es un conflicto religioso. No, esto no es un conflicto religioso. El conflicto que hay desde la fundación del Estado de Israel es un conflicto geopolítico, porque ese Estado lo crearon para conquistar todo el Medio Oriente y Asia Central y quitarle las riquezas y colonizar esos pueblos. Es el proyecto sionista, que dicen que van desde el río Jordán hasta el Éufrates y más allá. Eso.
Yeah, he said they're not the real Jews. That's exactly what you said, Arwan. He said it, and he's not the first. The president of Egypt said it. Those people over there can never live in peace on a land that they're not indigenous to. You know, and a quick sidebar, based on what the president says, that's why the Palestinians cannot live there in peace either, because this is not a land that they, modern day Palestinians, are also indigenous to. They only came there after the death of Muhammad to spread Islam. But that's besides the point. The point is this. Everybody knows who the real Jews are. Everybody knows it. The heathens, the brothers, you know, they know who are the real Jews. The fake Jews know who the real Jew is. That's why he calls himself Jewish. You know, he knows. Everybody knows. The only people who don't know or who refuse to acknowledge it is the real Jews. We're so destroyed that we're made comfortable to be slaves. That's the problem. You know, I was speaking with a heathen. Was it yesterday? He was asking me about how are black people not readily enough to like, you know, rise against the oppressor or whatnot? Why do they have unity? Salakia?
Is a bad reverb sound like it sounds like.
Salakia, you sound extremely robotic out of right now. We can't hear you at all. I don't know if it was just me. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all could hear Officer Zabadia, or was it just me? It was a bad reverb. Okay, Khan. Yeah, that's Officer Zabadia then. But real quick, I was saying, I spoke with a heathen. He asked me, yo, is the Algeria fought off the French? Really, thanks to a French Benjamite. We're gonna get into that history another time. He was asking me, yo, so how do black people really don't have unity to fight off their oppressor? I was like, you dare ask me that, knowing how, as an Algerian, you managed to free yourself from the French? You know? You ask me that, how, as a heathen, your people take part in oppressing us? Outside of that, right, because we were in a setting where I still had to be professional to a certain extent. Well, we always have to be professional, but I had to respond to him, yo, do you know, as a person who previously was colonized by the same colonizer as my people, right? Do you understand the damage that colonization can do to your people? If you do, you would not ask me that question. Because now our shackles are not physical, are mental. This is what we have to work on. This is the shackles that we destroy every day. And because the shackles are so, listen, they're so hard to break, right? That's why our people still not acknowledge, as the Bible says, that they are the real biblical Jews. They are the real biblical Israelites.
Right.
And the moment they will acknowledge their identity, they will know how to act, how to not act, what to do, what not to do, who to love, who to not love, who to trust, who to not trust, who to listen to, and who to dismiss. Until then, we're going to be in hell. But hey, time is running short. Time is ticking. We're running out of it. So, like, yeah.
No, I say, right. What you're saying is heavy because they're not looking at all these fake so-called leaders that were set up in our communities to teach us the way of the goddamn white man. Tell us God love everybody. We should all get along. That's what they don't look at. That's why we have so much turmoil against each other and fighting against each other, because ain't nobody know what to believe. You can listen to all these fake leaders that love everybody else, but you hate each other. You want to downplay each other, go against each other, because the church lied to you and destroyed you, just like your oppressor did for hundreds of years. Destroyed you, lied to you. You got it.
No, I was saying, Karawakan, you know, and the crazy part is this. How are we not realizing that listening to white people is bad? Like, our women are whores. Why? Because they listen to white women. Listen, I was going to say Ember Slut. Good night. Salakia. Amber Rose said we need to stop slut shaming. Be proud to be whores. She started a march, damn near a civil rights march for whores. It's called a slut walk. That's what Amber Rose started. Why are we not listening to good leaders like commending General YAHANNA? You understand? The men above us. These are good leaders. They're telling you cover your behind, especially in the time of war. Cover your behind all the time. Unless you're in a private setting for your husband, that's different. In a time of war, you're attracting all the sexual deviants, especially our oppressor, who's the most deviant of them all. You're putting yourself in danger. You're putting your family in danger, your husband, your brothers, your sisters, your children in danger. You know? Like, if we stop listening to these people, we will not sell drugs. How do I know that? Because we model ourselves after the mafia, who are white. Being a thug is the East Indian word for a criminal. Then we already brought this out. Let me bring this up for y'all again. If y'all don't believe me, you're not supposed to be a thug. Let me bring this up.
What you were saying about the Amber Rose, what she did, she went and got a super tan to try to look like our women.
That's it.
So of course our women gonna follow her, because she trying to be like our women. But that's the thing, our women gotta stop being stupid and wake up. See, they use you too. They use you a lot. That's why you get a high pay rate when you get a goddamn job.
Y'all see this? This is what a thug is. Thug is short for thuggy. It refers to a network of organized crime in the medieval to postmodern centuries of gangs that traversed the Indian subcontinent, murdering and robbing people. A member of thuggy, which is basically a gang, that's it, was referred to as a thug. You're not a thug because you're not an East Indian, you're not a Pakistani, you're not a Sri Lankan. All these people over there, listen, especially in Toronto in the UK, right? When they want to talk about it, say we're criminals. By the definition of what a thug is, they are literally thugs, not us. They are. You understand? This is what a thug looks like. Let me zoom in on the picture. You see these people, these dot heads? These are the real thugs. You understand? So, like, did anyone say something?
I want go back down to the I can read it at, because I seen it said something about they was right where is that?
Right, they were having bandanas.
Yeah, where they were all right. The thugs were believed to practice their killing as a form of worship towards the goddess Kali.
Karaukan. I was gonna get to that too. Being a thug is really like the worship of I think Kali is one of the listen, they worship sexual deviant gods anyways. Shiva is a transgender. Kali is no different. The Karaukan, I was gonna get to that too. Damn, good.
I was about to say, look all the gangbanging shit that's going on in Cali.
You know what? That's crazy because they call it gang banging.
Right.
I'm gonna just leave it right there. It's a lot.
Yeah, and no, I would just agree with you saying, like, and they call California, they call California short, what, Cali? And you got thugs out there unaliving people with bandanas. That's what we do to our own people. And then they wonder why they doing things they do. Because you got these people that showed you, I want to be a thug. And everybody, like Tupac, everybody, I want to be a thug, all that shit. Now you know where you get it from. The East Indians taught you this. That's what a thug, like you said, thuggy. Now they thugs. Gangbangers out there unaliving each other over goddamn bandanas and hollering out Cali. You got it.
You know what's crazy? They dare say that we're in a cult, but you call yourself a thug, and then you want to say that we're in a cult? If you're a thug because you're part of the thuggy East Indian organized criminal organization, literally, that's it. Next time an East Indian calls you a thug or a criminal, say, I cannot be a thug because I'm not East Indian. You understand? This is exactly what is called gaslighting. You know, that's really what they're doing. They're doing gaslighting. They're using you as a scapegoat. Why? Because now you don't even hear about that out of one. There's multiple East Indian criminal organizations over here, especially on the West Coast and in Toronto. Somebody knows. We're talking about, you know, Benjamites this and Benjamites that. Look at what the East Indians are doing. They're running the scam over here. They're running all the scams. They do a lot of killings too. Don't be fooled about the towel heads and the dot heads. They murder a lot of people. And they orchestrate contract killings from India. And vice versa. You can't make this up. And then do you want to say that we're thugs? Apu, 7-Eleven, you better look in the mirror. You understand? I'm ready to move on to the next one, Salaki. And the point is that we better come back to our identity, because we will see that everything, all aspects of life that we have today is not our culture. It's not our lifestyle. It belongs to every single other heathen nations, whether it's bowing to a rock, being a whore, being a criminal, eating unlawful food. It don't belong to us. It belongs to these filthy, disgusting, deviant heathens. How you kill people just to worship a dyke? Damn, can I say that? So like, I apologize.
Yeah, they worship a god. They worship a goddess called Cali, and you got niggas in Cali worshiping in the street that was named after the goddamn YT man.
You really can't make this up. If you think it's a coincidence, you cannot make this up. You're in Cali gangbanging with bandanas and killing in the name of gangbanging, calling yourself a thug, while real thugs kill with bandanas in the name of Cali. That's I'm gonna make a whole class about this.
That's crazy, man. Cause niggas in Cali killing, worshiping the goddamn street.
In the name of Killer Cali.
Right.
See, let's move on to the next one. Damn. This is all the U.S. intervention in Latin America and in the Caribbean. Let's see if Donald Trump will fix Venezuela or will he run it down to the ground. So I'm gonna stop it right here. It's damn Salakia, the one. You know what's crazy? I was counting all the U.S. intervention, right? That was 39 U.S. intervention. 39. Is Trump really going to fix Venezuela? Or will he run it down to the ground? Will he make it even worse than what it was, than what it is? You know, because I know a couple of Venezuelan people myself. One of my close friends is from Venezuela, from Caracas. You know, is Trump really better than Maduro? Are you choosing the lesser evil? Ask yourself that question. You understand? Salaki, sir.
Like the officer said, man, when has the YT man made anything better? You think he gonna go into Venezuela and make it better, or he gonna just rob them of everything they got in their land?
And he said he's there to get rid of the drugs, but then he said, yeah, we're gonna take all the oil and sell it to China. Right. I thought you were there to get rid of the drugs. What does the oil have to do with the drugs?
Right. He there to get paid and to take over their goddamn government. And don't be surprised, like I say, don't be surprised when you see him unaliving all the men just to grape all the women and everything. And the kids. And to tear down their goddamn country. But he gonna say he's making it better. You can't even make America better. You still got
Make
problems
America.
over here. You got it.
No, Salaki, sir. Make America better. Damn. They keep saying make America great again. They've been making America even worse and worse. Even for themselves. Salaki. Hey, Shalom, we have Officer 50 Kamar from Tallahassee on the building. Hey, Shalom, Maki Yabashin Shabakata.
Hey, Shalom, Yabashin Shabakatam.
No, Shabakata.
You know, if you want to chime in, of course, at any moment, you know. But our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, and he's not making anything great. He's making everything worse. You understand? And it's about to get worse from there. Just now, which we could get also into a couple articles, the UK, it's like Trump's basically saying he wants to separate from the United Nations. He wants to separate. He, just like Commander YAHANNA said, he wants to make sure to impose his rulership on the whole planet, not just as an influential person. He's want to take over Greenland. He want to take over Canada. He want to take over everything. The Bible says what? Let me just bring it out. I'm not going to paraphrase it. Is it Revelation 12:12? I will say he has nothing but a short time. He's going to do the most because he's know his time is coming to an end. You think he wanted to end 2025 with a bang? He want to end his empire, his rulership with a bang. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. His time is coming to an end. He knows. That's why he said he's going to take over Greenland. He's going to go down there and invade Mexico, because the cartel that the white man created, the CIA created, are running Mexico. He's going to take over Colombia. He's going to take over the planets before Christ comes back.
Damn right.
That's what he's going to try to do. Salakia.
I say, damn right. He know he got a short time. Look how old he is, man. So he trying to do all this shit within this presidential term. He know he got a short time. That's what the devil
right.
do. Destroy everything. Have people going against each other. He know his time short. Shit, you old as hell. Donald Trump like damn near 70, 80, 60, 70, 80, something like that. He got a short time. So he trying to do everything that he can do. You got it.
Even anything that he can't do, he'll still do it. Someone made a joke. I sent an article to Captain Mashak. They were making a joke about having Trump run for a third term and paying someone to let him do it. I was like, well, damn. I don't think that's possible either way. But how are you going to make jokes about it? And why am I such a devil? I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. You know, pay a couple millions. Listen, we get denied jobs, you know, because we have a charge, we have a felony or whatnot. Just need one, you know, get pardoned. Listen, get a DUI, you can get declined a job. This man has what, 34 felonies, and he's is he a convicted rapist or something like that? He's on TV saying grab him by the box. He's on the Epstein list, and he's still president, and nobody gives a damn. Why? Because they care more about the destruction of Black and Hispanics than having a moral compass. That's why. The most important thing for our oppressors is to destroy us. Outside of that, who knows? China, probably. What else? The war on terror. There's no war on drugs because they love drugs. They're not going to fight against the thing they love. Salaki, sir.
Salaki.
And how many years do it? What is two presidential terms? They get 2 terms. He probably gonna try to change that to make it to 3 so he can get back in office.
Karawakan. And I had seen some ask me Captain Mashak. I don't think we ever seen that yet. Or something of that magnitude, you know, was not brought forward yet. It's that in a time of war, they can't change presidents in the middle of a war, right? Something like that. I have to get back to what Captain Mashak told me, but they can't. Or I think I had sent him an article. I asked him a question about it. I have to get back to it, right? But I think they can't change presidents in the middle of a war. You know, I'm not saying that's what he's trying to do, to remain president, but I would not put it past him. Yeah, it's just an overnight he kidnapped the president. When's the last time that happened? I forget. Was it Saddam Hussein or was it Gaddafi? I think Gaddafi was after Saddam Hussein. Yeah, Gaddafi was removed from power. Saddam Hussein, Noriega. Now this is not something that's unheard of. It's just, damn, when's the last time we've seen the U.S. kidnap the leader? Literally. You know, and we see where it went from there. Listen, why did the U.S. went to Iraq and remove Saddam Hussein? I'm not saying he was a good guy. I'm not advocating for nothing for the heathens. I don't give a damn. But it was what? Dictatorship? I see the white man make a joke. I need to find a clip, right? He's saying, how come we're the only people that just meddle in other people's business? Like, we're having people are complaining about, oh, the election was stolen or whatnot. You don't see Nigeria saying, yo, let's go help the U.S. because their election was stolen. It's unfair. You don't see China meddling in the U.S. affairs. The election was stolen. But all of a sudden, hey, Venezuela has a dictator. Let's remove them from power to help the people. They might give us some oil. You know, they have a drug problem. Well, let's take care of the drug problem. You know, that's really it. Salakia.
Salakia, sir.
Kind.
And even that right there, that's just like, that is just, you know what I'm saying, propaganda. Like, make themselves look like we're the good guys. you know what I'm saying, taking care of the problem, and make, you know what I'm saying, everybody that they stealing from, or, you know, who they killing, who they stealing from, look like the bad, and like what their actions are, that their actions are justified.
I mean, they're gonna justify everything, right? Just like they're no different than what you call it again? They're no different than damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But they're gonna justify everything. They justified colonization by saying they're bringing civilizations to native. They justified slavery by saying they're teaching us skills, right? Our person is just the devil. That's really it. There's no justification for you being a murderous degenerate, because that's literally what you are. And that's not racist. That's a historical fact. Now, if you want to complain to someone, you complain to history, complain to God. You know, that's it. The Salakia.
If I could, I had a question, right? And
Oh God.
in the midst of all this, Maduro's a dictator, and Trump saying he's a criminal that needs to be in jail. I understand that the oppressor, he feels like anybody who doesn't bow down to him needs to be in jail. I get it. It's the oppressor. That's what he does. Trump said Maduro needs to be in jail because he's a criminal. In reality, Donald Trump is a criminal. When Donald Trump's tenure or term is done as president, is he going to go to jail because of the crimes that he's been convicted of, right? He's charging Maduro with crimes, but Donald Trump has been tried and convicted of serious crimes that need jail time. So if Maduro goes to jail, should Trump go to jail? And what you're going to find out is Trump doesn't believe he needs to go to jail. And that's because these people are the devil. They're hypocrites. You're going to find that out. They're hypocrites, and because his kingdom is ending, he needs to find some way to be in power. And good night. All you could do as Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans is occupy and wait for these nations to go to war. And don't get involved. Salakia.
That's really it. You know, don't get involved. It's about to get worse from there. And if you want to get involved, listen. White people are complaining that there's too many East Indians. What you gonna do? Fight for the East Indians? East Indians don't give a damn about you. East Indians oppress you. East Indians want you dead in Trinidad. The Prime Minister said, "Load." Hey, good night. Let me see if I can find this clip. So like it, throw out of it. You know, let me see if I can find this clip. Listen, a proper example is Nicki Minaj being a Trump supporter who's deporting everybody, and now she's begging for U.S. citizenship. By the way, Nicki Minaj is a legal immigrant, just so y'all know. She don't have no U.S. citizenship. It's a filthy, disgusting East Indian indentured servant that's just a freeloader in the U.S. She made millions off of Black culture as an illegal East Indian indentured servant immigrant. That's literally it. I'm not making this up. Let me see if I could find the clip. Oh, Zabaya just reminded me of that. The president, there you go. I had it. Damn, I had it right here. This is what East Indian think of you, Black people. The next time you want to fight for East Indians, the Indians were enslaved in the Caribbean with us, or whatever nonsense y'all like to say, right? Remember this.
Home invasion laws and legal firearms. And when the brutal rapists and criminals come into your homes, I tell you again, load up your matic, light them up, empty the clip.
she's calling to shoot black people in Trinidad. That's the East Indian. So like, she said, load up your matic. She think it's a what? It's a dancehall tune. She's warring with who? Vibes Cartel or Bounty Killer? Said, load up your matic and light them up. That's the East Indians for you. You've been put in a position of power in Trinidad, and she basically said, kill the niggas. While the biggest criminal in Trinidad in history is an East Indian descent. People committing the most rape are East Indians. She's not talking about her own people. She's talking about the people that her people would put over after the abolishment of slavery. She's talking about the people that she was able to oppress as an indentured servant. That's what she's talking about. So y'all better leave all these nations alone. What you gonna do? Get in between Africans and white people fighting? Who cares? The Arabs and the white men is fighting. The Arabs and the Africans are fighting. This is not your fight. How many brothers we lost because they joined the fight that was not theirs? You're gonna do the same thing and what? Die for what? Between a beef between Christians and Muslims? You should not join either side. Salakia. On to the next one. This is the president of Colombia. He said to Trump, "Don't threaten me, because I will wait for you right here if you want." He says something that Pablo Escobar would say. Shit. He's not a brother though, just so y'all know. I think he's Italian or Spaniard. It's just the same. Trump said Colombia's next. Colombia said, all right, no sweat. Let me know when you're reaching. The door is wide open. What do you think about that, Adawan? Yeah, also Madabar is still here. Now, also Zabadi is still here.
Khan, I'm still here.
Yeah, what say you about that, Adawan?
Can you repeat what you just said?
Trump said Colombia's next after kidnapping Maduro. Colombia said, "I no sweat. The door's wide open. Come."
Hey, man, this is how Trump thinks. He thinks like a famous white man who sat in a pool in a movie in, I think it was the 90s or 80s, right? And he sat in a hot tub in Miami in a mansion after selling all the dope, and he read a blimp that said, "The world is mine." That's how the oppressor thinks. If you think he's going into, like take this in, ICE has been outside harassing and destroying the families of Venezuelans for months, and Trump goes in and arrests the leader, and y'all think that he's gonna do what? Save y'all? Like when is a Caucasian man ever saved us? When is a Caucasian man ever did anything that solely didn't benefit him? Trump ain't going. How is Trump gonna deport Venezuelans out of what is known as the greatest country in the world, right? The place where you could come and build a family and get rich, but then turn around and go into Venezuela and help the same people that he's deporting from a safe haven, right? That's how the world looks at America. They look at America like this is a safe haven. Well, the Lord has been pulling up the skirt of America and showing its secret places. And we're seeing all the violence and destruction and hate that they have for black and brown people. Because I haven't seen a single East Indian, single Asian or Eastern European person get tackled by ICE. I haven't seen it. And there's 1,000 clips on YouTube and on Google and all over the internet. And you still haven't seen the people who sneak into America the most get harassed. Only the people who are looking for whatever the Statue of Liberty represents. Salakia.
A whore. That's what it represents. Good night. I seen a video which is the it's spelled America. I forgot what it was. A joke. It was a comedian. Let me see if I can. Good night. I need to find that clip because that comedian. I fuck with this nigga. What's his name again? His name is Rene Vaca. He's a the Mexican comedian. Yo, that clip was funny as hell because let me see if I could pull it up because he said, yo, he told the white woman, "You're America." Let me see if I could find it because it aligns exactly with what Osazabadi just said. Yeah, I got it right here. 1 second. Not only does it align exactly what Osazabadi just said, but it aligns exactly what the Bible, how the Bible describes America. The great whore.
You ever do cocaine, ma'am? Your dad did it though, but you didn't. But you didn't do it. Good thing. Good shit. She lying. Bro. Good shit. Never did it. What about you, sir? Yeah. There you go. What an honest man, right there. What about you, man? You ever do cocaine? Yeah. There you go. You ever do it off a penis? And you think she's talking about you, huh? Man, we don't need to know your story. We just know that you're a great woman. And you're America.
Yo, you can't make this up. America, the great whore. Listen, I see this. Salakia.
Barack, we found out that the great pastime in America is not baseball. It's cocaine. It's Salakia. Good night. They love that shit. They love cocaine more than an apple pie.
Listen. I can't make this up. That was crazy. Let's see. She's sniffing cocaine off a rod. He said, well, you're America. If that doesn't tell you that America is the great whore, I don't know what will convince you. You know, Salakia. You have a few more clips. You know, of course.
Hey, Salakia, Barack.
Kawakan.
I appreciate you letting me join you for the show. I got to step off for a little bit. I'm still going to listen in the background, but I definitely appreciate you letting me join this show. And everybody should be liking and sharing these clips and this show and be tuning in every Sunday because it's the greatest show that you're going to get in Canada for on the social media aspect of things, right? Because you got to understand this, right? You have Barack who's been spearheading this show with ADR and giving you news and contents and everything that benefits black and brown people, and every other podcast in the city is only talking about beef. They will talk about which rappers are beefing with who said what, and making sure you know every comment in the rap wars or in the street wars, right? And then as soon as one of those rappers die, those same platforms will be like, well, we got to stop the violence after they promoted it. But with Barack Allah, the only thing you're going to get is the truth and the things that benefit black people. So once again, Barack, I appreciate you letting me on this show, Thwada.
Yeah, Thwada, for you being on here, you know. And again, we might have to clip the show a bit earlier, but let me share this real quick.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay?
Good night. Barack,
Listen,
this nigga is insane.
You know, this goes back to what Officer Kamar said about justifying their actions, because China said don't use us as an excuse to take over Greenland. We don't give a damn about Greenland. That's what China said. China said, don't use the Chinese rhetoric to just go invade Greenland. He said, well, we don't want the Chinese or the Russians. The Russians don't want Greenland either. And Greenland said, listen, we shoot first and ask questions later. Oh, Salaki.
Nah, Brock, you on point. We've seen this already. We've seen this with the moon. We've seen Russians say we're going to the moon, and America say, you know what? We've gone to the moon first, right? And this nigga got to be crazy because Russia is already your neighbor. Alaska, you could take a damn kayak from Alaska to Russia.
As a matter of
So what is
fact,
he talking about? And who the hell
even
wants
worse, by the way,
Greenland? Slovakia.
there is an island that is shared between Russia and the US, literally. There's the Diomede Islands. For people who don't know, the Diomede Islands, y'all see my screen right here? Let me see if I could try and zoom in. Maybe y'all can't. This is on the right hand side, that's Alaska. On the left hand side, that's Russia. In between,
Is that little piece of land in between the water right there? That's what you're talking about?
This is two islands. The biggest island is Russia, is part of Russia under Russia's jurisdiction, and the smallest island is the US. They're already neighbors.
And they neighbors.
Literally. This is the okay, you see a picture right here. This is the two islands. The Diomede Islands. That's the distance between US and Russia. Listen, it takes them 15 minutes to reach one or the other.
You know what? You know what else is a reality check in this whole situation? Russia's supposed to be protecting Venezuela. How they let Maduro get got like that? Right? You can't put your trust in an oppressor. They ain't going. Russia ain't going to fire a missile on America. Not right now, at least. So
not
you're
right
not
now.
going to see
At least not
America's
right
going into everywhere. Slovakia?
now. At least not right now.
Yeah, at least not right now. America is going into anybody who's not America who's saying, "Yo, we're protecting something that America wants." America's saying, "There's
So like you're glitching out of one.
Benjamite saying." Can you hear me now?
Cabo Khan.
Yeah, there's a Benjamite saying where a Benjamite will say something like, "Yo, you're not gonna do that," and then says "safeh," meaning like, "Yo, I dare you to do it." And America is doing it. And y'all, these heathen nations, they gonna have to step their game up. Slovakia, they gonna have to step their game up and escalate this World War III. Because
Damn
America
right.
is at your door and America's kicking in doors saying, "We're here. We don't give a damn. Do something about it."
Listen, before you jumped on, Iran or Iran, however they say it, you know, they said, "Hey, we're about to start bombing American U.S. military bases." That's what they said.
Mm.
And people don't understand. It's not a Cold War no more, where people just say things and they don't act upon it. Trump said, "Yo, we're gonna go in Venezuela." He didn't, he kidnapped the president. Hey, this man. He went right for the head of the snake, as they say. Not saying that Maduro is a snake or whatnot, but that's how the saying goes. You cut the head of the snake, to disable the body or whatnot. He went straight for the president.
Right.
Yeah,
you can't put your trust in heathens to protect you. The only thing that's gonna protect you as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American is the Most High. Like, you got to put your trust and love into the Most High. You got to do what the hell He says, because nothing's stopping these heathens from doing what they want to do right now while they're still in power. It's like a fire. Okay, so they say this about fires. A fire rages the most when it's about to die. Like, it knows it's about to die. It's gonna kick up a storm and start raging, and you're gonna see that fire turn bright. And that's what the Caucasian nation is doing right now. They know they're about to perish. So they're going to kick up the most fight right now. And then slowly you're going to see them start to fizzle out even more. What are you gonna do about it as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American? Are you just gonna chill? Are you gonna go along with it? Are you gonna be like that East Indian in Trinidad saying, "Well, you know what? They were at the door, so we just gave them everything in the house so we can have our passports"? Or are you gonna stand up and fight for your people? And how do you fight for your people? That's another question. How do you fight for your people in this time of drone war? You might as well get in class and find out. Salakia. Hey, Barack, that's my time. I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to make my way out to Montreal sooner or later. You already know what it is. Till next time. Shalom.
No, most in Christ. We just cut it short for today as well, right? We got Officers Abadia with us. Well, rank in order. We got Officer Matabar, Officer Abadia, Officer Kamar. Anyone who wants to chime in real quick before we end the show?
Right, I was gonna say shit. Just like he was saying with the fire thing, you'll have a fire over here, a fire over there, but guess what? It's still fire. Just like he was talking about Russia, you got a devil over here, you got a devil over there. They still the same goddamn devil, right? Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe, thumb up the damn video, man. You got it.
Damn right. Officer Abadia.
Hey, I just as again, what you gotta do in this time, you ain't gonna be able to fight these devils with their drones. Get in class and learn how to fight. Because this warfare is gonna be spiritual. You ain't gonna have the arms to fight a man who's been blessed with the sword. You need something else. You need a higher power. And I remember a dictator in Orange saying a few years ago, there is something invisible that they're fighting. And he said that about COVID. You need that invisible power on your side right now.
Damn right. Officer Kamar.
Salak, yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. Piggyback on what the Ottawanian said, you know what I'm saying? These devils know that they only got but a short time. So, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna do everything in their power, you know what I'm saying, to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that basically, they go out with a bang, you know what I'm saying? And one of those things, you know what I'm saying, on our itinerary is making sure that they continue to destroy Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying? And like what the other one was just saying, like these people, like they fight like the sword is Esau's, you know what I'm saying? He was blessed with the sword. They got drones and damn missiles and shit that can probably disintegrate you with one touch. So you can't even, you can't take up the sword against Esau, you know what I'm saying, and think that's going to be your salvation. Your salvation is the same that it's always been, which is your power, you know what I'm saying? The God of heaven and earth, which is who our people need to turn back to in these times. Because Esau is going down. But the question is, will you know what I'm saying, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians go down with them, you know what I'm saying, or turn back to your power and let your power, the undefeated power, you know what I'm saying, fight for you. And also with that, like, comment, subscribe, share this class, share this podcast, man.
Damn right. Most in Christ, the wife for everybody who joined in today. We'll be back next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know what it is. 1Westgroundzero Radio. You understand? Hosted by, the host doing the most, your favorite priest from the East. You understand? Officer 1000, Adiyar, will be back next week. Myself, Safamja Barak, Yala, and everybody, whoever wants to jump in. The link is always in the chat. Feel free to come on, ask questions, comment, troll, like, share, subscribe. Tune into every single I.S.U.P.K. class, online or physically if you can, if you're able to. We then, like Captain Yatazak said, we're here Monday to Sunday. There is no rest when it comes to the work of the Lord and freeing our people from captivity. With that said, we'll see you next Sunday, Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Shabbat to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemala Tam Bashem Yerushai to all the sisters. Shalom.
Yeah. One West. I'm sorry. Me need a break, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and a dig it in a road and a live no life. I'm sorry. Me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to that girl in a the beach dress. The body a roller, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we are poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5, I know you will get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we are poor, kulu rump on NSC with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, let the body tick. What is it? You know see me attack loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one seen a chick flick, no matic click. No negative energy, a positive. 1West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We are dance till the night gone. We are groove, we are vibe. And no care, no fear right off. Make it home with your life. Me say, me no want see you leave yet. Me no want see you depressed. We are party for de-stress. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and I mash up the road and I live no life. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to that girl in a the peach dress. The body a roller, she a the neatest. She nah no man, so that a the weakness. So me the inner it here, that a no real test. Nah.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're 1West. They're 1West. They're 1West.